Hey guys, welcome back to Brake Stand Garage. It's been a little while since we had like an official, like longer-ish video, but yeah, I'm back. I got some parts, got a new motor after I blew up the 4.8. Sorry about the noise. It's pretty cold in here, so I got the little, I'll call it the kicker heater on. It just kind of helps get the place up to temp, and then the furnace maintains it. But today I want to show you guys, I got a bunch of stuff kicking around. I'll show you what I got going on for a mess. I'm going to start off over there. You get the Corvette with the 4.8 in it. It's blown up. Pistons are missing. That piston's missing anyways. The rod hanging out. And that piston has like a hole in the top from where the rod pushed through it when it was munching on that piston. So anyway, then I got the cylinder heads off of that one, off of the Corvette right here. You can see she got munched up real good. These are 706s. They have my pack 1219 springs, and those are gonna go on my 243s that I got over there. I'll show you that in a second. This is just my alternator. It's like the big truck one. I think it's like 130 amp. I don't know, whatever the big one is. You can see I had to take some of this plastic off because it was hitting on my alternator bracket. It's not made for that alternator, but it did work. These are a spare set of 706s that I have. In case anybody's interested, let them go for $100 plus shipping. Probably be 140 bucks or something. But those are actually in good shape. This is a LQ4 from 2005. It had the 13 millimeter bolts up top. So it's definitely got the Gen 4 rods in it. Yeah, this thing's actually going to be getting the 243 heads on it. I got a intake. Check out my last video. Got an intake for it. It's a cheapie, but it's going to work, I'm sure. My buddy's picking me up some flex fuel injectors, from like I believe they're from like a 2011 to 2013 or something. I don't know, somewhere around there. LQ9, or it might be an LY. I don't know, but either way, they're like 42-pound injectors. So these are obviously a little crusty, but I'm hoping these are in good shape because I'm giving them to one of my buddies. And he's going to be putting them in his 6-liter. He's got a sweet turbocharged 1500, and it's got a 5.3 in it. Makes tons of power. And he's just looking to up the displacement. He had some issues with cam bearings, so that's where we fall. So, anyways, show you these suckers. No sludge in any of these, which is awesome. It means that they at least had a few oil changes. One of these, I'm not sure exactly what. I know he did say that it cracked the ringland or something happened. He might have broke a rod actually. Somehow it broke a rod, so probably had some bottom end issues. And it definitely kissed the piston in one of these valves. I think it might be this one. Because when I shine light through, I know it's not a good test, but I shine some light through, and on one of these, I think it was the intake. It might have been these valves. One of these valves leaks because I could see light through it, so that's not good. So either the valve's bent, maybe there was a little leak and it's actually burnt. Maybe it's a burnt valve in valve C, or actually it could possibly be maybe when this thing, his engine was apart, they were turning the engine over and a bunch of stuff fell into the intake ports, and maybe it closed on a piece of dirt. I don't know, but we'll dig into that probably on the next video. But yeah, hang tight, and we'll get all this zipped off. We'll check out those heads. Alright, everything's seized on this, so I'm just gonna have to cut the belt. Yeah, that tensioner didn't move at all. Alternator's freed up. That's cool. A spare alternator here, I guess. Power steering's free. That tensioner's rusty. Let's hit the alternator out and see if that's frozen. Oh, that's loose. Oh, that could be a good alternator. I should have got really on the alternator. Holy cow. This could be a good AC pump. Don't want to spin it too much. It's got some crud in here. Everything's freed up. The clutch is free. This might go in the old pedal van. It's not bad, not bad. Alright. That's a pretty good deal. I paid $500 for this motor, so if the alternator's good, I'm already making out alright. Kind of interesting to me is that these are a lot darker, has some, maybe a little bit more stuff caked on them. I don't know if you can see that. And this side they're a lot lighter, so I don't know, it just seems weird to me. Maybe this is a newer, maybe somebody swapped this earlier. So I'll go ahead and pull these off. Yeah, basically just pull these off, all 4 steam vents off, and then I guess I'll start pulling everything else apart. Show you something else too. I'm just noticing. See how dirty all these intake ports are? All of them, every single one, except for this one. The one that has no spark plug on it, no ignition coil, and more dark soot, wet soot around. So on my middle finger, this one is from the other cylinder next to it, and the wet oily is from that one. So I'm anxious to see what we got when we get in there. Now I'm even more curious to see what's in here. First bad one I've seen. So this is a normal, hard to see, tips nice and shiny like a mirror. This one, see if you can see that or compare it, but the one on your left you can see. No, hold on, let me see if I can zoom in like this maybe. But yeah, so that one's bad. I'm not even gonna throw that in with the batch. They started wearing super fast and they got grooves in them. I've seen that when coolant mixes with the oil, but I don't see any signs of that in here yet. Like I said, it doesn't really matter, but because I'm taking it all apart anyways, but I like to do that. see if we can find any issues here. This is the side that I don't foresee any issues. A bunch of moisture in the cylinders, but I mean, it looks pretty good. Head looks fairly clean. There's none of these are like significantly different than the others, so that's a good head. At least to be cleaned up and whatnot. Now I'll spin this around. Check it out. I think there's going to be some type of issue with this cylinder, but let's see what we can find. Don't see too much going on with it. I'll shine a light through it, see if I can see any light. But actually, it looks pretty good. Very close to the others. First glance, I don't see any cracking between the cylinders or anything burnt out. Little crud in here from falling in there with the valve open. So that's the type of stuff that I'd be worried about when you're working on a vehicle that you're not taking the heads off. You really gotta clean diligently and cover the intake ports and stuff while you're taking stuff apart, because you don't want that to fall in and your cylinders all munching up on that stuff. But, I mean, I don't see any issues with these. I'll get a light and shine it in there. See if I find any issues with the valves. So as suspected, and this is just obvious to me, all that stuff that's in around that valve is hanging it open so I can see light coming through there. So when these are taken apart to be cleaned, probably gonna get reseated with some lapping compound by hand or something, I'm sure. This will just need to be cleaned up. Not a big deal, but there you go, dude. All yours. Yeah, you can see the stuff that fell right in there. Let's get that cleaned up. I want to be able to spin this engine over by hand and check the bores out, because I don't, you can tell that that one was it's just either way too much fuel or no spark. Or if it was leaking coolant in there or something, but I don't see any signs of that. Alright, I'm gonna get the flash on this so I can show you guys. Just want to be able to look together. I see some cross hatching up here. Not like a ton. But yeah, no, that's plenty of cross hatching. These cylinders so far are looking pretty good. Never seen like defined, see that little, like, I don't know, it looked like defined etching all the way around. I don't know, I'm not gonna question it, but. So at the mercy of you guys, I'm not gonna bore you with anything else with that motor right now. But there you go, we just tore apart a $500, it's supposed to be an LQ9. I think it's just LQ4. Either way, it's got the big rods in it. That's all I can ask for. I think I'm gonna leave it as is, because it's gonna run just fine as is, and it might be another 10-15 horsepower with the flat tops. I'm not sure, it's just winging it. But I just don't think the risk is worth the reward with me messing something up. Plus, it would just be nice to get this thing running. So I'm gonna call up my buddy, have him come pick up the heads. I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do about this engine, and we'll see you on the next video.